cold and like the flu.
He just got worse.
He's just like a cold. He's just like he had a cold, like, and he just only lasted a week.
That wasn't long.
No. I tell you, that's one thing, you know, I just couldn't believe it. You know, you're young, you just don't think. And he was just, when he's 54, he would have been 55 in January. January the 17th, I think, or 16th or 17th, his birthday. But you would think, you know, and there's nothing wrong with him before.
He died in the fall? Or summer?
December. December the, was that December the 5th? 1928. That's a long time.
So, but when he was living, you guys would go to market. So you get back from market around 7:30 in the morning. And then when you go to market,
yes,
back when you were smaller, and you take the horse and wagon, then you'd come back. So what would you then have to do at about 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning?
We go to work.
Go to work?
Uh-huh.
So who would have what jobs? Did everybody have different jobs? Or?
Well, at first, you know, when you're young, you know, we picked they put us, you know, we didn't have a role of our own. We'd go ahead like I went ahead of my mom, you know, and, you know, picking stuff like that because we wouldn't pick. Then when you get a little older, then they kind of help you, you know, instead of getting, reaching over, they would reach a little further over that, you know, you pick on both sides. You have, you know, like an aisle, you know, and you pick on both sides. They would kind of take over, you know, and then you just keep on working. You learn pretty fast.
Did Tony have different jobs than the girls, or did everybody have the
same? Well, everything, but God, and Tony, you see, when he got out of high school, he went to automotive, learned to be a mechanic. Well, after that, he never really did anything at home. And then afterwards, he quit his job. I don't know what, but just before he was married, I don't think it was about a year or so, he stayed home and helped at home. And then he got married, and then he got a job at this bread place. They went out of business, but he worked for there after I don't know how long. Then he worked for the railroad. When he went he quit, and then he went for the railroad. So he was all the trucks and that way was. He was at maintenance. Maintenance on those. Trucks, bread trucks.
Oh. Okay, so you guys would have to work 7:30, and then you'd get a stop for lunch, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. We always had lunch. We always had we always had dirty potatoes, mashed potatoes, or even not even sometimes most of our not mashed potatoes. You know, boiled potatoes cut up, you know. And well, in the springtime we had lettuce and meat. We always had meat and. Stuff like that. Well, Mom always stopped to fix lunch at noon, and then she always fixed it at night. But there for a while when Emily was young, she did the cooking.
Emily?
Or she always complained, and she never worked like I had to work. She always complained. Well, she did have appendicitis, at least the operator for appendicitis, and she still has appendicitis. She still complains. But she never, and she did a lot of the cooking afterwards. And then, of course, then when Emily went to work in town, well, then Mom went back. But Emily did a lot of cooking. She did cooking instead of working outside.
Okay. She stayed inside.
She stayed more inside. Or she did some work outside, but she didn't do much. Because she always complained. And I kept complaining to her for doing anything. I never forget that. Well, I tell you, my back one time, I thought, that was years, when I was young. I bet I was in the morning about 15, 16, and my back was so bothered so bad about complaining. And they didn't, nobody said nothing. I said, oh my God, hurt. And I thought it would work, but it didn't work.
Nothing helped. So you guys would get a lunch break, and then you
always had a lunch break.
Then you'd go out and work again.
Oh, definitely.
And how late would you end up working?
Oh, 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Summertime, 7, what time I load, after we picked berries and all that, we had to get out and load for the go to market the next day. Now, you see, we had that farm across the street, road, and then turn around. We always had to pick the stuff up there. Sometimes we had berries that were our home place, and we had berries the other place. We had to go pick those up and pick those, and then if we had green beans, or if we had tomatoes, We had to load that all, that is, when we got through working out in the field. We always loaded up at that time.
Loaded up, then went home and ate dinner, and then you got to go to bed.
Go to bed. You don't have no wasting no time.
So what time would you guys get to bed? 8, 9 o'clock?
Well, between 9, Mom always said like at 9, if I could go to bed, and, well, I'd like to fix my hair, and I kind of, fix it up, or, used to put little, combs, little, kind of round combs, and if we put them up like this, one here, and then push it back this way, then it makes like a wave,
Oh.
And I do that. She'd go on to bed, you have to get up in the morning, Well, of course, one would take me 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes to do that, but still, you want to look halfway decent to go to market.
Uh-huh.
And
then you'd have to get up at 2 a.m. and do it all over again.
See, sometimes we only go 3 times a week. When we had a lot of berries, we went every day except on Sundays.
But that stall was always your stall.
Pardon?
The stall at the market was always your stall. So even if you
were closed Sunday, they never had it open on
right.
Sunday. They didn't have it open on Sunday. Now, we always had when we had a lot of berries, we picked berries on Sunday too.
Yeah.
We picked every day, except on Saturday. And that's like I said, that's the day we got to sleep in the afternoon.
On Saturday?
Oh yeah. Well, one time, we would go to market, so I'll never forget. And one of our friends got married, and they turned around and took him out somewhere, and we didn't get home. I'll never forget. That was the latest I ever stayed out. Emily and I and all these girls, and that one we stayed out. And I didn't come home till 1:30 or something like that. I had to get to market at 2 o'clock. That's why I didn't get to sleep.
No. That's late.
I'll never forget that, Well, you stayed out with the rest of the girls. They wouldn't let him go home, the girls. They took this boy, and he wouldn't let him go home. He was a neighbor of ours, he was getting married, I don't, I was trying.
Where'd you guys take him?
I was trying to think. I don't know what we did.
Huh.
I don't know if we went to show. I just don't remember.
But he was going to get married.
Yeah, he was going to get married, yeah, I don't know if I think his wife was with him, all that, or what to be, but I don't know if it, And of course, we shouldn't have stayed out that late, but the rest of them did too, and so we did too. That's the latest I ever stayed out. I said when I was single.
Yeah. So when you were younger, you went to how long of school did you go to? How much school?
I only went to 8th grade. That's all I went.
Just the 8th grade.
Mm-hmm. Well, see, then I said, my dad, seemed like Dad was more partial to me, but partial was that I was a good worker for him. I shouldn't say that, because he was good to me, let's face it. And of course, when he asked me to do anything, I never balked. I went on and did it. And then, of course, Tony wasn't home, and there were no other boys, so I still did.
Yeah.
So I didn't mind, because I know the year before he died, he went and had me learn how to trim grapes. And I thought, that's the silliest thing. He wants me to learn how to do that too. Because you can turn out trim the trees and stuff like that way. And would you believe it, the next winter, I had all those grapes to do myself. But 2 of my neighbors were very good. There was Rahel and Frank Booty. They came and helped me one day. But gosh, we had about 2 acres or more of grapes. More than 2 acres of grapes to do. But that helped me a lot, to get me started off. But if I didn't do it the year before, I would know nothing.
So he showed you at the right time.
Yeah, and he told me to do it, and I always thought it was kind of funny that he had me to do it the year before he died.
Yeah, because that was always a job he just did.
Because he always did it before. We always trimmed raspberries. So that was, he did that in March, so that's cold too. We always trim grapes in February. Or if it's some days in January, we would do it too. That wasn't bad. Just like trees the same way, you know, that